Welcome to Shades of Shambhavi, my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to talk about the application process of VU Amsterdam, the university I study in. So I'm going to list down the exact steps you have to do to complete the form and make sure that it is all right. So let's get started. So I applied for my master's degree as an international degree holder because I have done my bachelor's from India and I was coming to Europe, so I was an international student. Let's talk about the document which VU Amsterdam will ask for the application process. They will ask for this particular document in which all your information will be, and you have to present it a certain way or else they will ask for it again. This happened to me personally. They asked for the same document twice and thrice with the revised changes, and that caused a lot of anxiety and sleepless nights for me because I didn't know if I was doing something wrong and what was happening, and I didn't have any references. So I'm making this video as a reference for you to look back at when you're filling your form or when you're putting your details into place. So the first table you have to fill is the name of the course and duration and etc. So first you write the course you studied, so bachelor's in management studies, that is for me, and your minor or major. So I had like major in leadership and strategy, so I have written dash that. The number of years, so 3 or 4 usually. Then total credits needed to complete your degree. So you have to ask or get in touch with your bachelor's university and ask for the official syllabus or curriculum or overview of your degree, or you can actually download it from your bachelor's university website, which a lot of people I know did. And from there you can actually see how many ECTS you needed to pass, or the total credits you needed to pass. So I needed 148 credits, so I wrote that. Then you have to describe is thesis part of your curriculum? It wasn't, so no. Your current or final GPA, so you write down your GPA out of 10 and then you can convert it from the because they consider out of 4 GPA here, so you can convert your bachelor's GPA into that. Then English language test results, so you have to write your IELTS or TOEFL whatever results here, and if you have not obtained it yet, then you have to write the expected date or like nearby date when you will have it, when you will have your result. Step 1 is CV. So you have to paste your CV here, attach your CV in the document, but you can't just put the CV you have already, because I made that mistake the first time. You have to make a new CV in the Europass CV template, even though I know here, like in the job market currently, the EU CV or the Europass CV is not acceptable in a way, like not given priority, and it is kind of outdated. But still, for university and for application process of university, it is the main thing you have to consider. So first step will be to make that CV, put all your details. It will look something like this. I will post it here. You have to fill all details like personal information, your name, your India address, your phone number, your Indian phone number, your email address, then your sex, your date of birth, your nationality, studies application for, so the course you're studying. So for me it is masters in marketing dash Virgin University Amsterdam. So I had also applied to another university, I don't remember the name, but so I filled the same form for another university as well, and I just changed the name. So if you're applying for multiple universities, you have to do that. Then if you have any work experience, any internship or something, then you can start writing that. Like for me it was social media management, and then a line or two about what you did, what your tasks were and stuff like that, the particular sector. So for me, like education sector, digital learning sector, entertainment sector, these are the three sectors I worked in or did my internships and work in. So you have to mention all these like I have listed here, so you can actually see. Step 2 is writing a motivational letter. So you don't have to follow a particular format, but I kind of saw some formats online and received it from someone else and kind of wrote it for myself. So maybe just divide it into few paragraphs. Right, I will stick that here right now so you can actually see how I wrote mine. I divided it into few segments so they actually know about me, and I can talk about what I did and what I know in a storytelling format instead of just listing down things. I also highlighted things like highlighted the important things in my motivational letter for them to know that this is the part I want to portray more. Motivational letter, you also have to answer few questions that VU will give you. So the questions they gave me were, why do you want to study or do that particular course in that university? So my answer was mostly related to things I have done previously and linking it to, like in a small paragraph, I wrote about how this course will help me be a critical thinker in this particular field, and I listed down some keywords which are important in my field. I also wrote about embracing new strategies and technologies, because in my course they particularly teach you this thing, so you are the master of the thing you're doing. I also talked about the curriculum, which is like lectures, seminars, workshops, and individual group projects. These things will help me be the person I want to be. And I wrote a little bit about the university as well, that some keywords from the university's mission statements. You can check that out. So that's how I wrote it. After that, I also had to write why do I want to come to Netherlands instead of any other place. So I wrote about I resonate with the lifestyle, the sustainable lifestyle, because my university is the most sustainable university in the Netherlands. So that is the first thing I wrote, and the European education system of the country. So I also wrote that I was born and raised in India, which gave me opportunity to experience different cultural experience in different parts of India, and studying in the Netherlands would open up the opportunity to learn more about different cultures and beliefs, especially in the university with a strong sense of international students and standards as yours. Then I also concluded, to conclude, I would like to express my gratitude to you, blah, 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 blah. So I wrote all this. I will share the format so you understand it better. Once you're done with step 2, which is writing the motivational letter and answering those particular questions, we will move to step 3, which is putting our documents in this particular document as in our diplomas and stuff like that. So I have done my bachelor's previously, so I had to paste my certificate, bachelor's certificate. I have done it from Jain University, so I did that. They didn't ask for 10th and 12th certificates. I don't know how and why, but I still attached it because I was thinking that maybe they just forgot to mention it or something, because apart from this university, all the universities asked for it. So I still attached my 10th and 12th certificates because I had it in hand, obviously. I also had to paste the transcript of records. So your university from your bachelor's or your college will give you official transcript where your scores or your marks for each semester and each subject will be written properly, and your registered number, your name, your course, branch, with a QR code or a scan code, etc., will be written there. So all your information. This is usually given to you before your certificate of completion for your bachelor's, because that takes time to process. So usually universities give out this document instead of that before, And even for the application process, sometimes some students who are just applying for the masters after the bachelor's don't have their the degree certificate, so they just give their transcript and give the certificate later on. So I attached that. Then this is the part I was very nervous about, because I didn't know a lot of things. I had to contact my university back, my bachelor's university back. So you have to put in your course description including used literature. Before this, I never thought I have to do this. First of all, even in my bachelor's, I did not know what we are studying. Right now I'm studying my bachelor's and I do not know what I am studying, as in I don't, how and why would I have a list of literature I am studying. But it is needed somehow, like just to understand that if you can comprehend what you're going to learn. So you will have a table and then you have to fill in whatever you have to write. In the next table, you have to fill in the courses or fill in the subjects of your bachelor's which are connected to your master's degree. For example, I had a subject in my bachelor's, fundamentals of marketing management, which is linked to my master's. So they will give you a list of these topics which you can select, like strategy, management, marketing. For me, like if I'm doing marketing, so according to that I have to fill in those particular subject names and in which year and which semester I had done that. So for this particular thing, you will need two things. You will need your transcript, because no one remembers how many credits and how, like in which semester that subject is. So you will need that, and you will also need your curriculum thing. So you can actually go back there and see ki kaun sa literature is in the document. So for example, relevant courses for intended master's program. Course title, for me it is Fundamentals of Marketing Management. Then bachelor year 1 to 3 or master's year, of course. So if you've done masters before, then you have to fill for that. But I had only done my bachelor's. So for bachelor's, I wrote a second year, third semester, which is when I studied this particular, passed this particular subject. Then the credit or class hours. So I had credit system, so 4 credits. Then you have to write down the course description or learning outcomes of that particular subject. So you have to write down, for example, the module names ki I learned introduction in marketing and marketing environment, product and pricing, promotion, distribution, all these things. So you can list down the title of your modules, and or you can so your bachelor's university will give you the document in which each subject will have a particular description. You can also write that description. So I have written to appraise the student about various marketing concepts and techniques for practical application of the same in modern competitive world. I would advise you to actually, if you have just done your bachelor's or if you remember what you learned, then write down from memory also. And if you want to take a shortcut, like I didn't have ChatGPT that time, you can just copy paste all the module names and the subject, and then put it in an AI chat box and ask for a couple of lines, like 5 to 10 lines related to that, about your learning outcomes or your course description. Even though these things are kind of already mentioned in other documents, you have to just rename them in a way or rearrange them. Then you also have to write the used literature or textbook. So like that particular subject, you have to mention about all the subjects related to your masters, so that for your current university, or in my case and probably in your case VU Amsterdam, will know that you can understand and you have a little background. And if you don't have that background, they will make you, and if you all the other things are ticking and they like your overall profile and it can be good for the university, then they will make you do a course in that particular field thing which is required. For example, a lot of students from my class and even me had to do the analytics course from Coursera because we didn't have enough knowledge about it according to our bachelor's learning or even our work experience. So we had to complete that course to get the unconditional admission. Before that, I was given the conditional admission and I had to complete that particular course. So coming back to the last step of this document, you have to write down your thesis or another sample of academic writing. I did not have any thesis for my bachelor's because it was completely learning and practical one instead of an academic degree, which a lot of degrees are. So you have to write your copy paste or put your thesis or any academic writing you have written. Before this, I had not written any academic writing, so I had to write it by myself, but you have to follow certain guidelines which is written here and I'm going to read it out. So if you did not write a thesis yet, an alternative writing sample such as academic paper or essay written in English, if you have not written anything in English during your studies, then please select one of your own academic writing samples and add a 2 to 5 page summary in English. But my course was in English, so I didn't need that, or I couldn't do that. Always include your literature reference. Please be aware that for some programs you need to upload a specific essay as mentioned on that program's web page. So for my course, I did not have a specific essay, so for that, and I didn't have a thesis, so thesis or academic writing, so my only thing was I can write a academic writing or article now. So I chose the topic Entry of India Within Digital Worlds, essay by my name. So I wrote about what is digitalization history, then digitalization versus digitization versus digital transformation. I talked about all these terms. I also talked about how it is helping India. I quoted a lot of websites and I followed all the guidelines which I had to follow to write an academic writing. I don't forget citing it because the second last time I uploaded my document, I forgot to cite any of the writings and then yeah, it was gone. So once you do that, you are ready to submit this document. This is kind of one of the last steps you have to take before you know if you're selected or not, or you're accepted or not. But this is, I think, like one of the most important steps, and you have to just fill this document calmly and with proper research. Don't think like you have to, if you got the document today, you have to submit it tomorrow. It's okay to wait a little bit and get to know if you're submitting all the right information, because it will take time for them to review it and then get back to you, and then if it's wrong, you have to fill it again. So it will take a lot more time than it is required, and especially if you're filling out this form later in your application process or near the start date of your program. So that's why it is important to just make a list, and I will post a list after this video ends, so you can take a snapshot and actually check if you have completed all these particular things carefully. I hope this video was useful for you, for people who are applying to my university. I will make a short video about my experience and other things about my university as well. If you want to know anything particularly about either what life is as a master's student or my particular university, VU Amsterdam, or anything else about student life, then please comment down below. Till then, subscribe to my channel and I will see you later.